Southeastern lawmakers express frustration and raises alarm over seclusion from the budget. They are being excluded from the budget of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, and Tinubu is telling them, go and sit down, wait for supplementary budgets. How could the entire region of the eastern region be denied access, opportunity for growth, even in the budget running up to 55 trillion naira, asking them to wait for supplementary budget? Your take on this?
Yeah, thank you for that wonderful question. I think this is good evening for the southeastern governors. Sorry, for the southeastern lawmakers, because they have always been advocating for one Nigeria, and now they've seen the implication of the one Nigeria they have always been advocating for. No presidency would in the right no presidency in the right senses would deny a region of development because you know how important development is to every region and to every state. Now, this brings me back to the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that now the one Nigerian system is a system against the Igbo man. The one Nigerian system has always been against the ideology and the growth of the Igbo race. And now it is obvious, because now for the 2025 budget, every region has a project. Like the southwest has the railway, the blue light train. I think the north has a train. The only part that was not captured in this budget is the southeastern part of the country, and you still want the southeast to be part of the country. If the southeast tomorrow starts agitating, they have every right to what agitate, because of the negligence, because of the neglect from the federal government. And tomorrow some person will say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is this, is doing that. Why won't he doing it? Because this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw, that the future of the Igbo man is on the blink, and that is why that was why he was actually agitating. The three major tribes in Nigeria are the Yorubas, the Hausas, and the Igbos. But where is the place of the Igbo man?
So people thought that the Buhari had hated the Igbos, but seeing a Southerner Yoruba man expressing deep hatred for the Igbos by exclusion policy, how do we see that in the light of the current realities, even from the South, having such hatred for the Igbos, despite their enormous contribution across the entire nation?
The President Bola Tinubu has stated this clearly that he will continue from where Mr. President stopped. And now it is also obvious and clear that where the president has stopped, he has continued. He has continued from the hatred. He has continued from the budget exclusion, that no project should be located to the southeast, and no project will be and then no project was being captured for the Igbos in the southeast. So to me, I feel it is a deliberate act from Mr. President, because if a group, are you telling me that the lawmakers in the house, the Igbo lawmakers in the house, could not draft their own proposal bill to it, but I think they were deliberately uh, removed out of it, and to me it is a bad omen for the country, because the country is actually heading towards the negative part. If a region is being deprived and sidelined of growth and development, then what does the future hold for the country? That means there's no future.
Would you mean that Tinubu is punishing them for voting for P2B massively? Now, what kind of a country is this? So they should go and form their own government and form their own budgets. Is that what he's telling them indirectly?
For me, I would rather blame the Igbo lawmakers who still have faith in the unity of one Nigeria. I would rather blame them, because if they had, at this point in time, they still cannot realize that we are not welcome in this contraption called Nigeria, then I think, for me something something is wrong with them. If at this time they are the one lamenting that the president that the president has excluded their region from it, and now this is what Mazen Kanu was actually fighting for. Mazen Kanu said against, came out and then spill against all this. But here we are today. Nigeria is created to not to carry the Igbo man along.
Isn't that an indictment, a strong indictment? Nigeria, we heard in brotherhood we stand. I think that is double standard. Telling the world that in brotherhood we stand, while in reality there is hatred, division, being even expressed by those political, those within the corridor of power. What is the brotherhood there? When you treated people in isolation on the basis that they are from certain regions.
I think for me there is no brotherhood anywhere. The truth of the matter is just that the hatred in the one Nigerian system is just too much, and this hatred is only being targeted at one tribe. It is the Igbo race. No Hausa lawmaker or Fulani lawmaker or the Yoruba lawmaker would accept what just happened. That a whole 2025 budget, no project was being captured for them to embark in the southeast. So to me, it's sending a bad signal that the Igbo man is not welcome in the country.
Just exactly as you said, the war turned north, Boko Haram ravaged north. Also, we are captured in the budget. So, what uh, reason could Tinubu cite by taking that part? It's quite unfortunate, but I hope they should have their own mind to think for themselves.
I think for the presidency, the president is doing everything possible to please the North, knowing fully well he had fell out with the North, that the North are not pleased with his with style of government. Sorry, the North are not pleased, yeah, are not pleased with style of administration. So for him to please them at this point, he's doing everything possible to please them, and that will not take away the fact that if the president even does everything, the North will still not support him come 2027, because we've seen El-Rufai coming out to tag those in the presidency. He has come out to call a particular man Pablo Escobar, and then we know what that means, and then we know what that implies. Also, a video making rounds online that I see nobody dares him and go scot free. Scot free. So these are the issues. We all know that 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 the president he knows he had fallout with the North. He's doing everything to please them. That the Igbos are not welcome in this part of the country. Thank you.